Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Floral Pavilion Theatre. This evening's performance of the most extravagant virtual quiz ever is due to commence in approximately 10 minutes. Please make sure you have your pens and paper ready, as well as any drinks and snacks you wish to bring with you. In this evening's performance, bad jokes, puns, and terrible anecdotes are used throughout, and we strongly advise you to continuously drink alcohol or lower your standards and expectations to get through tonight's performance. Please be advised the use of recording equipment such as screenshotting or recording is strictly prohibited. No one wants to see this host's face plastered all over your Instagram story as you pretend you're clever by doing a quiz. Please note there will be an interval during this performance. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly take your seats. This evening's performance is due to commence in approximately 5 minutes. Kindly take your seats. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly take your seats. This evening's performance is due to commence in approximately 3 minutes. Kindly take your seats. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly take your seats. This is your immediate and final call. Please take your seats. Thank you. Hello, good evening, everyone. Hope we are all well. Jackie, hello. We have you in our super size this evening. David, our 65-inch TV, unnerving. Okay, no pressure. I hope it looks all right. Jesus, 65 inches TV. My goodness. Hi, Janet. How are you? Good. Sound is on this week, which is brilliant. Hopefully, we won't have any technical issues. For those who are asking, yes, I have had a new studio update. I've got working lights and everything. I've got my book of answers just here in case anybody's got any problems or any questions with any of them. But yeah, hello. How are we all doing this week? Hope everybody is well. I've got my big comfy chair going on. You look great. Thanks, Jackie. Hello, Christine. Hello, Carol. How many people we got on? We've got about 28. Within another minute or so. Get everybody on. And then we'll start. Has anybody been up to anything at all? Jackie, how was Hickories? I need to know. Oh, Marie's mum and dad, I love the new studio. Thank you very much. This is what I do when I have a week off work. I get bored and design things like this. Which is why I should never have a week off work. Or maybe, you know, a hobby. That might be good. Where's the fun in that? The knitting leader. No, the lights, you can see the light beams. Yeah, and they should be moving. I hope they're moving. Yeah, they are moving. You can't see them, but they, so I can do it on here. You have a look. There's like a little light just there that they go to. So yeah, there we go. I've gone all fancy. Brilliant. Love the burnt ends. You must go. I am going to have to go. My mum reckons I've got too much time on my hands. Yep, clearly. Thanks, Mum. Thanks for the feedback on that one. Yeah, okay. We will have a start on the quiz. I think everybody's on. Let's get going. So, Mr. DJ. Looks like a DJ booth, yeah. Right, what do I need to do here? Let's hope this works. Okay. Sorry guys, let me just making sure everything is working before we start. Don't want any technical issues. Okay, that is on. Up and running. So if I go, fingers crossed, you should all see the quiz. I've had a bit of an upgrade on things again. Never satisfied. So let's have a look. Oh, you can. Brilliant. Oh no, it's doing that thing again where it's not going the complete full screen. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Let's... Oh, that's why. That's why. Bring that down a bit. Bring that up. And there we go. That should fix it. Hi, Simon. And happy birthday for Simon as well for yesterday. If Roger's information is right. Hi, Roger. And yeah, we're up and running on the quiz. Brilliant. It did work. Okay. So, first round, as normal, is your general knowledge round. And this one is a bit of a random one. Some of them I may give you multiple choice on them because they are a bit strange. We'll see how you get on. General knowledge, question number 1. What is the most common colour of toilet paper in France? What is the most common colour of toilet paper in France? And it's a clue for you. The clue is it is not white. It's not a trick question. It is not white. So what is the most common colour of toilet paper in France? Question number 2. If you dug a hole through the centre of the earth, starting from Wellington in New Zealand, which European country would you end up in? And you'll have a choice of A, Spain, B, Portugal, or C, Italy. So that's A, Spain, B, Portugal, or C, Italy. If you dug a hole through the centre of the earth starting from Wellington in New Zealand, which European country would you end up in? Spain, Portugal or Italy? Number 3. Henry VIII introduced which tax in England in 1535? Henry VIII introduced which tax in England in 1535? Number 4. The average person does what 13 times a day? Before anybody says anything, it's not that. The average person does what 13 times a day? And number 5. It's illegal in Texas to put what on your neighbour's cow? It's illegal in Texas to put what on your neighbour's cow? And again, this is multiple choice. Is it A, a towel, B, a hat, or C, graffiti? So that was A, towel, B, a hat, or C, graffiti. It's illegal in Texas to put what on your neighbour's cow? Number 6. Who entered a contest to find his own lookalike and came third? Who entered a contest to find his own lookalike and came third? Number 7. In 1978, an Iowa judge dismissed a drink driving charge for what obscure reason? In 1978, an Iowa judge dismissed a drink driving charge for what obscure reason? Number 8. In which country are there 6 villages called Silly, 12 called Billy, and 2 called Pratt? In which country are there 6 villages called Silly, 12 called Billy, and 2 called Pratt? Then this is a multiple choice one, so you have a choice of A, Spain, B, Italy, or C, France. Is it A, Spain, B, Italy, or C, France? Number 9. The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city? The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city? It's a fairly obvious place when you think about it. UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city? And number 10. Who invented the word vomit? Who invented the word vomit? Last questions are always normally hard. Who invented the word vomit? You should all know who he is. It was a man. You should all know who he is. I believe it wasn't the only word he invented. He was British. I'm trying to give you clues, really. Does anybody want any repeating? And also, does anybody know number 10? Because if no one knows it, I'm happy to give another clue. So, and if anybody wants any repeating again, let me know. We think we know number 10. I don't know number 10. Okay, if Christine thinks she knows number 10, won't give a clue. I've got to try and think of a clue first if I could give one. But if you think you know it, Christine, and you're confident, if it's the obvious choice, I know number 10. Yeah, it's fairly obvious. Is it obvious? Ooh. It's obvious when I say he invented other words, I think. We've guessed 10 as 2. I put Wallace from Wallace and Vomit. Oh, Dave. Yeah, he's invented a lot of other words, yeah. Okay. One of you has messaged me with an answer of what you think number 10 is, so I won't give a clue. But yeah, he did invent lots of other words. Okay, we will go through the answers. Doesn't seem as if anybody wants any repeating. So, number 1. What is the most common colour of toilet paper in France? That would be pink. Pink is the most common colour of toilet paper in France. Number 2, if you dug a hole through the centre of the earth, starting from Wellington in New Zealand, which European country would you end up in? You would end up in Spain. You would end up in Spain. Number 3, Henry VIII introduced which tax in England in 1535? I'd be a bit screwed, to be honest, at the moment, because he introduced the beard tax. Couldn't grow it himself, so he thought he'd tax everybody else. Yeah, he introduced the beer tax. Number 4. The average person does what 13 times a day? They laugh. Or laugh. The average person laughs 13 times on average a day. Number 5. It's illegal in Texas to put what on your neighbour's cow? Yeah, towel, hat, or graffiti? Weirdly enough, it's graffiti. It's illegal to put graffiti on your neighbour's cow. Why did they need that rule is my question. Number 6. Who entered a contest to find his own lookalike and came third? I think this is quite an old quiz question. Christine Roy said he's going to run up and down our road naked because he got 3 right. Stay in, everyone. Who entered a contest to find his own lookalike and came third? That would be Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, it's quite an old quiz question, that one, Charlie Chaplin. Most of you should have got that one. In 1978, an Iowa judge dismissed a drink driving charge for what obscure reason? I didn't give you multiple choice because I thought if I gave you multiple choice on this one, it's kind of obvious which one it is. So, did anybody think they've got the obscure reason? Because it actually is the man was too drunk to give a sample. He was that drunk, he couldn't give a sample and they could not charge him with drink driving. He was too drunk to give a sample. I'm sure most of us have been there. Number 8. In which country are there 6 villages called Silly, 12 called Billy, and 2 called Pratt? You'll find them in France. Number 9. The UK's Dyslexic Research Trust is based in which British city? I said it was obvious when you think about it. I think they did it on purpose, to be perfectly honest with you, but it is in Reading. It's in Reading. If it's not done on purpose and it's done by accident, that is a horrible accident. And who invented the word vomit? That would be Mr. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare. Add up your scores. Let's see how everybody did. I've been looking up. William Shakespeare also invented words like bandit, critic, dauntless, dwindle, elbow as a verb, green-eyed to describe jealousy, lackluster, lonely, skim milk, and swagger. He also loved the prefix un because he created or gave new meanings to more than 300 words that began with it, including unaware, uncomfortable, undress, unearthly, and unreal. Roger, lucky to get 4. It's not too bad, Roger. I will say this one was probably quite a hard one this week, for the general knowledge round at least. Rosemary 6, Dave 5. Good scores coming in. Poor 5, but we did get 9 and 10 right. Hey, Jackie, that's good going. A very poor 5 out of 10. The only way is up. Good questions. We got 7. Oh, that's Marie's mum and dad. A very poor 4. Like I say, this week, the general knowledge round was hard. So don't worry too much. So everybody scores in, or well, everybody who wants to share. Mum with a 6, Emma with a 7. Okay, not bad scores at all. 4 for us, hard round. Yeah, Hard round. It is. It is a hard round this week. I said that from the beginning. As well as a few multiple choices in there. Angela Bastard for again, not four's fine as long as it's not a -1. You're fine. Right, we'll move on to the second round. That is this week in the news. Hope everyone's been paying attention to the news. You all know this round comes every single other week, so you should all be paying attention to it. So, number 1. Archaeologists working on Peru's Nazca lines, the 2,000-year-old patterns in the desert, discovered a new one. But which creature does the new pattern show? Was it A, a cat, B, a monkey, or C, a spider? So archaeologists working on Peru's Nazca lines discovered a new one, but which creature does the new pattern show? So A, cat, B, monkey, or C, spider? Number 2. Bloody hell, I'm so excited about this and also absolutely terrified. So said a British performer on Instagram in announcing they would be hosting US network NBC's long-running Saturday Night Live this weekend. But who was it? Was it Adele, Benedict Cumberbatch, or Phoebe Waller-Bridge? So, who said, after finding out they were going to be hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend, bloody hell, I'm so excited about this and also absolutely terrified? Adele, Benedict Cumberbatch, or Phoebe Waller-Bridge? Just realised I'm covering some of the answer there, aren't I? Let me just move myself if I can. Shrink myself down. Move myself up here. Get out of the way. That might be better. See how that goes. Can never find a good place for me. No, that's not much better because it's covering that. Sorry about this, ladies and gents. Let's just get rid of that. That should be better. Just double check and make sure that's right. Should be. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so question number 3. The Canadian town of Asbestos voted for a new name. Once home to the world's largest asbestos mine, it took its original moniker from the mineral in the late 19th century. But what new name did the residents choose? Was it Phoenix, Trois Lacs, or Val de Source? So the Canadian town of Asbestos voted for a new name. Once home to the world's largest asbestos mine, it took its original moniker from the mineral in the late 19th century. But what new name did residents choose? Was it Phoenix, Trois Lacs, or Val de Source? Source? Val de Source. Number 4. The Church of England's co-ownership of Beyonce's Single Ladies made headlines after a company it invests in bought songwriter L.A. Reid's back catalogue. But rights to which track were among his works? So L.A. Reid's back catalogue was bought by a company that the Church of England invests in. But which track were among L.A. Reid's back catalogue? Was it Be Without You, Mary J. Blige, I'm Your Baby Tonight, Whitney Houston, or Umbrella by Rihanna? Be Without You, Mary J. Blige, I'm Your Baby Tonight, Whitney Houston, or Umbrella, Rihanna? Number 5. With less than a fortnight until the US presidential election, national security officials said they had identified the source of threatening emails sent to Democratic voters. Which of the following was it? So who sent the emails? Was it the Proud Boys group that Donald Trump shouted out at the first debate? Was it B, the internet hackers known as DarkSide? Or was it C, Iran? Proud Boys, internet hackers, DarkSide, or Iran? Not seen any of those questions in the news is a message I've just got. You're watching the wrong news then. Although I will say, sadly, it is all... Oh, well, at the minute, what have we got on the news? We've got... a lot of it is the American president elections. We've got a lot on Brexit at the minute. We've got a lot on COVID. We've got a lot on free school meals for kids with the amazing work Marcus Rashford's doing. Yeah, it's not great. But if you look around, you will see some good news and some little bits that you weren't aware of is what's going on. Does anybody want any of those repeating at all? Can we have 4 again? Yeah, sure. Church of England's co-ownership of Beyonce's Single Ladies made headlines after a company investing bought songwriter L.A. Reid's back catalogue, but rights to which track were among his work? Be Without You, Mary J. Blige, I'm Your Baby Tonight, Whitney Houston, or Umbrella by Rihanna. It's basically which song did L.A. Reid actually write? Anybody else? Looks like that's it, so we'll go through the answers. Question number 1. Archaeologists working on Peru's Nazca lines, the 2,000-year-old patterns in the desert, discovered a new one, but which creature does the pattern show? It shows a cat. Shows a cat. Number 2. Bloody hell, I'm so excited about this and also absolutely terrified. Who said that when finding out the news that they were going to be hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend? It was Adele. You can imagine her saying it now when you hear it. Adele. Number 3. The Canadian town of Asbestos voted for a new name. Once home to the world's largest asbestos mine, it took its original moniker from the mineral in the late 19th century. But what new name did the residents choose? It was Val de Sauce. Val de Sauce. I believe it means that it is close to water. Yeah, they wanted to change the name because of all the bad annotation that's going, or that's obviously associated with asbestos, and it was hurting the town's image and reputation to attract investors. So they changed the name and they are now Val de Sauce. Source of water, near source of water. Number 4. Church of England's co-ownership of Beyonce's single Ladies made headlines after a company it invested in brought songwriter L.A. Reid's back catalogue, but rights to which track were among his work? It was B. I'm Your Baby Tonight by Whitney Houston. So L.A. Reid wrote I'm Your Baby Tonight by Whitney Houston. I believe Sia wrote Umbrella for Rihanna, one of my favourite singers, Sia. And Be Without You was written by Mary J. Blige. And your last one, number 5. Oh, I clearly haven't put the one next to it, but yeah. The US president elections, national security officials said they had identified the source of threatening emails sent to Democratic voters, and it was from Iran. Iran had been sending threatening emails to Democratic voters. So add up your scores for that round. Again, not the easiest of rounds. I will say you next. There's 3 rounds left. We've got 2 rather funny ones and and you're missing link round, so hopefully you should get better. 4 out of 5 of 5. Roger, 4 out of 5, 80%. Oh, maybe it was a bit easier. Maybe you all have been paying attention to the news and you just didn't know. 4, 5. Whoa, what's going on here? There's me going, oh, it's a bit hard, this one. 3, bet of 3. It's still good scores. Over 50%. 4s, 4. God. Maybe I'm getting you guys more into the news these days. Good guesses. Okay, maybe not. No. Thanks, Rosemary, just as I say that. 3 from Simon. On fun guesswork. 4 from Carol. Three from Janet. Okay. Move on to your next round. This round is one of your fun rounds. Just thought we could have a bit of a laugh, really. Number 3 is Trump tweets. So I'm going to read you a tweet, and you need to tell me whether you think Donald Trump said it or someone else said it? So is it Trump or false? I'm looking for Trump or false. I hope everybody's in for some absolute cracking tweets. So you can either write Trump or you can write false or not Trump or whatever you want to put. So your first one is this one. Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault. Was that Trump or was that someone else? Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault. Trump or someone else? I hadn't done anything about Trump in a while, so I thought I'd had a whole round full of Trump this time. Need to make the most of it before he goes out of power. Number 2. Shrek is overweight and Fiona is enabling him. It. Sad. Shrek is overweight and Fiona is enabling him. Sad. Is that Trump or is that someone else? Number 3. I would like to extend my best wishes to all, even the haters and losers, on this special date, September 11th. Trump or someone else, I would like to extend my best wishes to all, even the haters and losers, on this special date, September 11th. Your next one. Lowest rated Oscars in history. Problem is, we don't have any stars anymore. Except your president. Just kidding, of course. Lowest rated Oscars in history. Problem is, we don't have stars anymore. Except your president. Just kidding, of course. Did Trump say that? Or did someone else say that? Or have I made it up? Is that something you would think Donald Trump would say? Up next. If the morons who killed all of those people at Charlie Hebdo would have just waited, the magazine would have folded. No money, no success. If the morons who killed all of those people at Charlie Hebdo would have just waited, the magazine would have folded. No money, no success. Is that a Trump tweet or someone else? Up next. Windmills are the greatest threat in the US to both bald and golden eagles. Media claims fiction's global warming is worse. Trump or someone else. Windmills are the greatest threat in the US to both bald and golden eagles. Media claims fiction's global warming is worse. Trump or someone else. We now have It's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming. Surely you wouldn't have said both of them, right? It's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming. Up next. People are proud to be saying Merry Christmas again. I am proud to have led the charge against the assault of our cherished and beautiful phrase. Merry Christmas. Was that Donald Trump or was it not? People are proud to be saying Merry Christmas again. I am proud to have led the charge against the assault of our cherished and beautiful phrase. Merry Christmas. And now we have, every time I speak of the haters and losers, I do so with great love and affection. They cannot help the fact that they were born effed up. Was that Trump or was it not? Every time I speak of the haters and losers, I do so with great love and affection. They cannot help the fact that they were born effed up. Surely not. Surely not, right? That's what you need to tell me. Now we have, while Bette Midler is an extremely unattractive woman, I refuse to say that because I always insist on being politically correct. While Bette Midler is an extremely unattractive woman, I refuse to say that because I always insist on being politically correct. You do wonder if some of these are him, how we got away with them. And then we have your last one. Robert Pattinson should not take back Kristen Stewart. She cheated on him like a dog and will do it again. Just watch. He can do much better. Trump or not Trump? To Trump or not to Trump? That is the question. Okay, anybody want any of those repeating at all? And I'll go through them in a bit. Seems as if everybody is happy. I'll go through your answers. Yeah, okay. Question number one. Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest and you will know it. Please don't feel stupid or insecure. It's not your fault. That was Trump. Number one is Trump. Number two. Shrek is overweight and Fiona is enabling him it. Sad. That one isn't Trump. That one sadly is not Trump. Many people have tweeted it, but that is not Trump. Number three. I would like to extend my best wishes to all, even the haters and losers of this special date, September 11th. I'm afraid to say that this one is Trump. Number 3 is Trump. Calling people haters and losers on one of the worst days in American history. Well done him. Number 4. Lowest rated Oscars in history. Problem is, we don't have stars anymore. Except your president. Just kidding, of course. Again, that one's Trump. That is Trump. Up next, if the morons who killed all of those people at Charlie Hebdo would have just waited, the magazine would have folded. No money, no success. Sure, we all remember when this happened and the terrorist attack happened in France. All those people lost their lives. You wouldn't think he'd treat it whatsoever. But he did. That again is Trump. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. This one is Trump as well. Next. Windmills are the greatest threat in the US to both bald and golden eagles. Media claims fiction's global warming is worse. Yep, that's Trump as well. That one is Trump. Sure, some of you is probably maybe seeing a pattern emerging. That one is Trump as well. Next, it's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming. You'd think a man who thinks it's now fiction wouldn't tweet this. But again, he did. That again is Trump. Up next, people are proud to be saying Merry Christmas again. I am proud to have led the charge against the assault of our cherished and beautiful phrase. Merry Christmas. Yeah, it's Trump again. That's right, I've been a bit mean on this round, but I've just thought it was funny. Most of them are Trump. Up next, you have every time I speak of the haters and losers, I do so with great love and affection. They cannot help the fact that they were born effed up. Everyone say it with me, it's Trump. It is Trump again. Oh, my computer's frozen. Oh no. I hope I'm still streaming. Oh, there we go. We're working again. While Bette Midler is an extremely unattractive woman, I refuse to say that because I will always insist on being politically correct. Well, Trump does insist on being politically correct because this is true. This is Trump as well. This is Trump as well. And then your last one, Robert Pattinson should not take back Kristen Stewart. She cheated on him like a dog and will do it again. Just watch. He can do much better. Yeah, that one's Trump as well. There was only one of all that was not Trump, and that was just Shrek one. The rest were all Trump. That man is just, oh, it's just incredible. Oh, Mum, I put them all down as Trump. Well, you got them all pretty much right then, apart from one, Mum. Yeah, all Trump. All as ridiculous as the next. Let me know how we all got on with that one. And which one your, let me know which one your favourite one was. What was your favourite Trump tweet? Roger 7, Leslie 8. Yeah, they all sound like Trump aliens because it is. 9, oh God, we know our Trumpism. You all do. Wow. Okay. Yeah, top Trumps. Oh, Dave, you're joked. Oh, the Kennys are on 9 as well. Extraordinary, I know. Emma 10. It really makes you question how he became president, doesn't he? Oh, can't wait for 2 weeks when those election results come in and he refuses to leave the White House and takes them to court. The two about global warming contradicting himself. Yeah, absolutely. He thinks global warming's a massive contradiction himself. And he's a walking contradiction, so it only makes sense, I guess. All right. We'll go on to the second to last round. Got 8. I agree with Rosemary. Yeah, they are extraordinary. So your second to last round is your missing link round. I think everybody knows now what to expect from these. 10 questions, all have a theme with them. You have to tell me what the theme is. Joking about global warming from a world leader. Joking about global warming, just undermining terrorist actions and attacks, and saying that they shouldn't have done it because they were going to go bust anyway. Horrible, horrible man. Anyway, round 4, missing link. Yeah, they all have a common theme. 9 questions have a common theme. Your 10th one is to tell me what the theme is. So, question number 1. Name the YouTube channel set up by Andrew Lloyd Webber to play shows whilst theatres were closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Name the YouTube channel set up by Andrew Lloyd Webber to play shows whilst theatres were closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm sure some of you must have watched some of the shows that were on there. Even if they did coincide with this quiz. Number 2. In football, finishing in the top 4 of the Premier League automatically qualifies you for what European competition? In football, finishing in the top 4 of the Premier League automatically qualifies you for what European competition? Number 3. At the beginning of Toy Story, what song does Randy Newman sing? At the beginning of Toy Story, what song does Randy Newman sing? The main song in Toy Story. Most people should know it, I hope. Number 4. In Western films, if someone died, it was often referred to as what? In Western films, if someone died, it was often referred to as what? Number 5. In High School Musical, what song do Troy and Gabriella sing in the auditorium, that says infant, in front of their classmates? That's what happens when I'm typing too quick. In High School Musical, what song do Troy and Gabriella sing in their auditorium in front of their classmates? Number 6. What phrase describes being in a state of stress or anxiety because of having too much to do? What phrase describes being in a state of stress or anxiety because of having too much to do? Number 7. What does the term mechanophilia mean? What does the term mechanophilia mean? Mechanophilia, however you want to say it. Mechanophilia? It's mechanophilia. Oh, Dave reckons he's got the link. Anybody else think they've got the link? Number 8. This one's a bit of a tricky one. Which Saudi businessman lent his ship, at the time, the largest at the time, to the James Bond film Never Say Never Again as the Flying Saucer, and has a dedicated line in the credits thanking him? Which Saudi businessman lent his ship to the James Bond film Never Say Never Again as a flying saucer and has a dedicated line in the credits thanking him? Another fun fact for you, that ship is now owned, ironically, by Donald Trump. And number 9. Name me the hit musical that tells the story of a globalized future without musical instruments. Name me the hit musical that tells the story of a globalized future without musical instruments. And number 10 is What is the Link? Let me know if anybody wants any of those repeating. Everyone seems... Jackie, no idea. Okay. Your missing link is only worth 11 points this round, this week. No? I think everyone's happy. We'll go through your answers then. So, question number 1 was, name the YouTube channel set up by Andrew Lloyd Webber to play shows whilst theatres were closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That was The Show Must Go On. Show must go on. Number 2, in football, finishing in the top 4 of the Premier League automatically qualifies you for what European competition? That was the Champions League. Number 3, at the beginning of Toy Story, what song does Randy Newman sing? That is You've Got a Friend in Me. Number 4, in Western films, if someone died, it was often referred to as what? It was referred to as biting the dust. Biting the dust. In number 5, in High School Musical, what song did Troy and Gabriella sing in front of the whole auditorium in the classroom? Classmates, that was Breaking Free. Number 6, what phrase describes being in a state of stress or anxiety because of having too much to do? That is being under pressure. Number 7, what does the term mechanophilia mean? It means being in love with a car. Which Saudi businessman lent his ship to the James Bond film Never Say Never Again? That was Adnan Khashoggi. Adnan Khashoggi. Oh, I've changed the question there. I must have gone for 2 different types. What was it? It was name me the musical that is set in the future that is globalized and has got rid of all musical instruments. It is We Will Rock You. But here I've gone for ignorance, sedimentary, and metaphoric, or all types of what, and that's rock. So We Will Rock You is the answer to question 9. We Will Rock You, which makes your common link all to do with Queen song titles. So if you've got Queen song titles, anything to do with that, you can have your 11 points. 11 points. So yeah, all Queen song titles. If anyone's wondering what number 8 is, it's Khashoggi's ship. If you've ever seen the musical We Will Rock You, there is the Commander Khashoggi, who is the evil Killer Queen's henchman, and it's all based on Adnan Khashoggi. And the song Khashoggi's ship is all based on this ship that he lent to James Bond film. Adnan Khashoggi. Dave, yeah, you got the link then. How many of the questions did you get right though, Dave? Christine, 4 out of 11, very poor. Oh, it's not too bad though, Christine. Not too bad. I take it you didn't get the link then. Oh no, 2. Oh, Jackie. You're doing so well as well, Jackie. Andrew. 2026. Oh, the Kennys came in with a 15. I got most of them right, and the link then. Leslie, 14. Christine, we got the link. Roger, 3. Ooh, Roger. Not a great score on that round. Simon, Roger, yeah, clearly need to know your Queen songs. Remind me to put you in for Gaga next time it comes around. Simon, 15, 12, 17. Got the link for once. 18. Well done, Emma. Christine, I don't understand the pointing. Oh, so your question should be out at 9, and then you get 11 points for getting the link. So it's out of 20. 6, got the link after the Champions League, but still didn't get many answers. So yeah, so add up your scores for the round. So that should be out at 9, and then you get 11 points for getting the link. So it is out of 20 overall. Got Queen once I knew the answers. Yeah, it's always the way. Got the link, so 15. Yeah, 16 should say. Okay. 14 out of 20 then, that's better. See, Christine? Yeah, you're fine now. All right, we'll move on to the next round. Now, I will say the way that I have to do this, I'm not going to be able to see your comments for a few minutes. So bear with me on this one. If I don't read anything out straight away, I will get to it. So let's see how I do this. Okay. I wonder if I can... No. Okay, let's do it. So, this next round, I'm going to show you some video clips. They're from all sorts of different places. There's boxing, there's football, there's a news report. There's a bit of everything in there. I've got I'm a Celeb, everything. So I'm going to show you some clips, and then I'm going to stop the clips just as something happens. I want you to tell me what happens next. I'm going to give you 3 options for each one, so it is multiple choice. I'm going to give you 3 options for each question on what happens next. You need to tell me what you think happens next. So, here we go. Let's see how well I get on with this. Okay. Should all be fine, should all be working. I can still see your comments, which is great. You just can't see me, which is fine. So, hope everyone's happy, hope everyone's ready. This is your last round. There's 10 questions. It's just what happens next. We will go with question number 1. So please tell me what you think happens next. I'll give you your options once the clip finishes. Here we go.
Well, it looks as if the punches are taking a little more out of Renda than the... Well, it looks as if the punches are taking a little more out of Renda than the... Well, it looks as if the punches are taking a little more out of Renda than the...
That's it. So it's what happens next? What do you think happens next? Round for next week, charades with David doing mime actions. I'm not very good at them. I'm just good with my hands and talking with my hands. So, boxing. What happened next? Does the guy in orange shorts swing wildly and knock out the ref? Or B, do both opponents hit each other at the same time for a double knockout? Or C, does the guy in white get hit, fall to the floor whilst grabbing the other guy's shorts and exposing him to everyone? So it's, does the guy in orange shorts swing wildly and knock out the ref? They both hit each other at the same time for a double knockout? Or does the guy in white get hit, fall to the floor whilst grabbing the other guy's shorts and exposing him to everyone? A, B, or C? Write down your answers. We move on to number 2. Come on, slow thing. Number 2. Here we go.
Backside. Now, if you live in Backside, it's going to be a little bit cold, a little bit wet. But let's go over to Northern Ireland, because in Northern Ireland, there's a place called Ballybogey, which I can't believe. It's going to be patchy rain over there. Get ready, go.
That was number 2. So what do we think happened there? Again, you have your 3 choices. Your 3 choices are: does she push one of the men into the river by accident? Does she trip and fall in herself? Or does she accidentally fall into both men, taking all 3 of them into the river? A, B, or C? A, push one of the men into the river accidentally. B, trip and fall in herself. Or C, accidentally fall into both men, taking all 3 of them into the river. And next up we'll have number 3. Here we go, number 3.
On 12 for par.
Louis Oosthuizen, king of the swingers. Louis. J.B. Holmes is his ball is there. Is it going to get?
That was number 3, which is the golf one. So is it A, does he hit his opponent's ball and makes his opponent's ball go in the hole? Does he miss the hole by an inch and throw a golf club into the stands? Or C, does he hit his opponent's ball, but his ball land in the hole? A, B, or C? A, his opponent ball and hit his opponent's ball and make his opponent's ball go in the hole. B, miss the hole by an inch and throw a golf club into the stand. Or C, hit his opponent's ball, but his ball lands in the hole. Next up, we have number 4. Most people will probably remember this clip. Number 4.
And that leaves one other person. Gillian, it might be you.
Oh, come on.
So it's between Linford and Gillian.
The public have decided the person they want to see face the live Bush Tucker trial is... Gillian.
Oh, come on.
Come and join us, Gillian.
Could you?
Gillian, come over here.
Should be
Come and join us, please.
Good luck, Gillian.
Come on over. Come here. Come here. We'll explain it all, don't worry.
So that was number 4 from I'm a Celebrity. But what happens? Is it A, does she throw a fit and demand that someone else do the trial, otherwise she walks from the show? Was it B, faint and collapse to Ant's plea of best get Bob in? Or C, does she burst out crying? And I will say, don't worry, you will see the full clips and everything that actually does happen through the answers. So it was A, throw a fit and demand that someone else do the trial, otherwise she walks from the show. B, collapse to Ant's plea of best get Bob in. Or C, burst out crying. Number 5, a horrible time for football fans. Here we go.
Milner, Defoe, that's a lovely touch. Milner,
One more time.
that's a lovely touch.
There you go. So, most people probably remember this, but football, letter A. What happens? Is it A, does Defoe get sent off for kicking out at somebody? Was it B, does a shot hit the bar, then the German keeper on the back of the head and go in? Or C, do England score a legitimate goal that isn't given? Was it A, Defoe gets sent off for kicking out? B, a shot hit the bar, then the German keeper on the back of the head and go in? Or C, that England score a legitimate goal that isn't given? And next we have number 6.
I'm frustrated. You got this, sister. You were super, super close. Right in the kisser. Show that knight who's boss.
So what happens there? Is it A, the watermelon fires backwards, hitting her in the face? B, does the watermelon go off at an angle, hitting a cameraman? Or C, does the catapult completely break? A, watermelon flies backwards, hitting her in the face. B, watermelon goes off at an angle, hitting a cameraman. Or C, does the catapult break? Number 7. So the dog dreaming. But what happens next? Is it that A, the dog spins in circles on the ground? To B, the dog starts barking like a crazed maniac? Or C, does a dog run into a wall? The choices again are A, the dog spin in circles on the ground. B, the dog start barking like a crazed maniac. Or C, does the dog run into a wall? Up next we have number 8. Here we go.
Got 10 bricks here, guys. Ladies, that's a lot.
So that was number 8. The karate guy. What happens next? Does the man punch through only 9 bricks, missing 1? B, does the karate man attempt to punch the bricks, but misses completely? Or is it C, does the man punch through only half the bricks? So you had A, the man punched through only 9 bricks, not being able to punch through the last one. Was it B, does the karate man attempt to punch the bricks but miss completely? Or was it C, does the man punch through only half the bricks? Number 9.
6. Only the 4 pros watching Simon. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I've been set up with a trick shot.
Come on.
All right.
The 6. Only the 4 pros watching Simon. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I've been set up with a trick shot.
Come on.
All right.
So that was number 9. But what happens to professional footballer Kevin De Bruyne in goal? Was it A, the penalty taker missed the ball and fall over, hitting his head in the process? Was it B, the ball bounces off the post and hits Kevin De Bruyne in the face? Or was it C, does the ball go into the goal but the penalty taker's shoe come off and hit Kevin De Bruyne in the face? So is it A, the penalty taker misses the ball and falls over, hitting his head in the process? Is it B, the ball bounces off the post and hit Kevin De Bruyne in the face? Or is it C, does the penalty taker's shoe come off and hit Kevin De Bruyne in the face? A, B, or C? And this is your last one for the round, and it is quite possibly my most favourite clip on the internet ever. Enjoy this one. It's a bit of a long one, but enjoy. And that's that. That is them. Go back to this scene. So your options for that one was A, does she tell him she's cheating on him and they have a massive argument? Is it B, does he tell her this was all a stunt that he set up and proposed to her? Or C, does the Chicago Bulls mascot come over, push him, throw her drink over him and whisk her off her feet? So that was A, does she tell him she's cheating on him and they have a massive argument? B, does he tell her this was all a stunt he set up and proposes to her? Or C, does the Chicago Bulls mascot come over, push him, throw her drink over him and whisk her off her feet? Let me know if anybody wants any of those repeating. I won't play the clips again because I don't think that's fair to people. But I will read out the scenarios again if you want me to. And it seems as if Emma knows what happens to the dog, as it is her favourite dog clip ever, by the sounds of it. Okay, sorry, Emma. One of your favourite dog clips. How many favourite dog clips do you have? That's a real question, Emma. Right, seems as if everybody is happy, so I will play you what actually happens. So, here we go. Forget the dog, where's the donkey? Dave, you're obsessed with the donkey. Number 1. Here is your full clip. That's right, it was B. Both hit each other at the same time for a double knockout. So number 1 was B. Both hit each other at the same time for a double knockout. Number 2. So that one was A. Pushes one of the men into the river accidentally. Number 2 was A. Push one of the men into the river accidentally. Number 3.
For par.
Louis Tazen, king of the swingers. Louis. JB Holmes' ball is there. Is it going to get round it somehow or other? Oh, no! No! Go on! Go on! Oh, that's unbelievable! Have you ever seen anything like that?
Ever in my life!
So number 3 was C. Hit his opponent's ball, but his ball lands in the hole. Number 3 was C. His opponent's ball, but his ball lands in the hole. Number 4, I'm sure most of you got this one right with I'm a Celebrity.
Should be
Come and join us, please.
Good luck, Julian.
Come on, come here. Come here. We'll explain it all, don't worry. We'll explain exactly what's going on, okay? Let's get Bob in. Bob.
Okay, bring the oxygen in, please.
Let's get the gas.
Jeremy, if you can just hold the legs.
Live.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
I'll do it, I don't mind.
Okay. Gillian?
So number 4 was B as well. Collapsed to Ant's plea of best get Bob in. Number 4 was B. Collapsed to Ant's plea of let's get Bob in. Number 5, again, most of you may remember this, especially the football fans among us.
Milner, Defoe, that's a lovely touch. Lampard! Brilliant! It was in now! That surely crossed the line. It's not been good. It's big in. Here we go. Oh, it's so far in.
Was it FIFA.1? Technology. Thanks very much, Sepp Blatter.
So number 5 was C. England score a legitimate goal that isn't given. They end up going on to lose that match, and I believe it was probably the key factor of what brought goal line technology into football completely. Number 6, probably one that most people are looking forward to finding out what happens with the watermelon.
Got this, sister. You were super, super close. Right in the kisser. Show that knight who's boss. Oh God.
That's right. The watermelon fires backwards, hitting her in the face. That was A. Watermelon fires backwards, hitting her in the face. Number 7 was the dog. So the dog runs into a wall. That was C as well. The dog runs into a wall. Number 7, C. Number 8, we have our karate guy.
Got 10 bricks there, guys. Ladies. That's a lot.
So number 8 was B. The karate man attempts to punch the bricks, but misses. After all that build-up, he misses. 8 was B. Karate man attempts to punch the bricks, but misses. Number 9 was professional footballer Kevin De Bruyne.
6. Only the 4 pros watching Simon. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I've been set up with
Come
a
on.
trick shot.
Come on.
All right.
So number 9 was the ball bounced off the post and hit Kevin De Bruyne in the face was B. Number 9 was B. And your last one, number 10. Enjoy this one. And that is why it is my favourite internet clip ever. That was C. The Chicago Bulls mascot comes over, pushes him and throws her drink over him and whisks her off her feet. Number 10 was C. Add up your scores, add up your totals, let's find out what everybody did. Which one was everybody's favourite clip? YouTube have just warned me that they've detected copyright audio and video in my stream, and my stream may be temporarily blocked, so make sure you're getting your scores quick. Roger 5, Dave 5. Oh, Dave Max on. He enjoyed clip 10. I'm still going, which is good. They've not blocked me yet. 4 out of 10, we are hopeless romantics and thought there was going to be a proposal. Do you know what? I kind of wish there was, but it's still great. 36, great last round. Fag Simon's a good score, 36. Dave 39, Jackie 25. Enjoy the round where you got 7. Thank you, Kenny's. Emma with a 46. Great score there. Carol 6 for that, 42. Great round. Glad everybody enjoyed that round. And Kenny's got 41. Last one is a classic. It is a classic. I might say if I can find more of them if YouTube don't block me. 3 out of 10, total 35, like clip 10 best. Yeah, clip 10 is probably the best one. It is. It's so funny. Only in America. Only in America. Christine, great quiz. Thanks for coming on again, Christine. Right, that about wraps it all up. Thank you all for coming on, as always. Again, thanks for joining in. Hope everybody is doing well. I'm sure most of you are probably aware and got the email, but today was Marie's last day, sadly, at the Floral. So I'm sure we all want to thank her for all her hard work in the past year and what she's done for the Floral and the Ambassador Scheme. So a big, massive thank you to Marie on that. Yeah, thank you all for coming on. Hope everybody's well, and hopefully we'll see you all soon. Especially in the next 2 weeks when you come on again for our quiz again. Should be the same time in 2 weeks, 7:30. Thanks all again. Take care and have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy.